Right, welcome back to the channel. Carrying on with our Triumph build. It's been a real adventure and I'm so happy with how things have gone. I've taken it easy, taken it step by step, and each episode and each step is making more sense, and the bike is really coming together. There's not a huge amount left to do, so we are aiming to that time. Hopefully the next episode where we can start getting oil into it. A gentleman called Steve has given me some really helpful advice, so really appreciate that, Steve. Thank you so much, about how to do the actual oil check and make sure it's returning back to the tank before we actually start this bike up. So today I've done a bit of work behind the scenes. I did have the delivery. Obviously the last episode where we were doing the electrics and got the lights working, which was fantastic. I was actually using a battery that I currently have, not a brilliant one, but I've had a delivery. I've got a new battery and the screws have turned up, so I've done a bit of work off camera just to try and sort of move things forward a bit more. Today I'll show you around the bike, show you what I've done. I've still got the exhaust to do, I've got the fish pictures out, we've got the clutch and the front brake cable to put in the right place. The actual front brake cable was actually going to the clutch side, so I just need to swap them over and then get them right. The clutch is actually being tightened up. Now I can put the cable in and I can take the little cover off if I need to, just adjust the actual screw and nut. So let me show you where I'm at, what I've been up to. We'll have a look at the fish pictures. Because say anybody that's doing one of these fish pictures have been a real help, so I'll show you them and give you the link for them as well. But let's crack on. So these are the fish pictures I've been using. Say you can download this online. It's been extremely handy, and it tells you which model and the old Triumph part number. So it is quite a thick lot. Did manage to find, obviously a while ago we were looking at the brackets. That was the other bracket, which will be the back one. So I've just given that a bit of a spruce up, a little bit of paint, because it is going underneath. And also the actual handlebars, I was just double checking for the levers because I didn't think they were the right way, the actual cables were the right way round. So I've got the cables coming up through. That's the front brake cable, which is obviously this side, clutch this side, that's the cable. I just need to dig out the actual nipple for it. But as I say, overall on the bike, I've gone back over, given these cases another clean through. I've also polished the oil tank, which has come out really well. Cleaned a bit of the frame at the back, the shocks, etc. I was looking at replacing these nuts, but I'm just going to leave them. I'm just going to go back over them, make sure everything is tight. So really this side is practically done. I've just got to tighten the exhaust up and the bracket at the back, and then the black bracket fits on to the actual clamp and goes through to the other side. Alright, let's have a look at the other side. Actually rigged the light up this side now, so it's a bit easier, it's not so dark. So the clutch cover, again, giving that another clean up. It will need one more going over because obviously I had mucky fingers when I was putting it in. Not the easiest thing to get in place, nor the gasket. But that's now in, so I'll just give this one more going over, but I've now got all the screws. I say the bike will have a final clean before it's finished and ready to go anyway, still got the pipes to crimp. I'm happy with this one. Not quite so sure on this one, but it is exactly copying the original. But yeah, so it's just really just last minute checks, checking the rear brake, make sure that's all right, and obviously these two cables. So in a second we'll get these cables done, tighten the exhaust clamps, put the bracket in between the two and tighten them up, and the rear bolt on the exhaust as well, we'll tighten that up. Again, another job ticked off the list. So first job, we're actually going to put in that bracket in the exhaust. So I've actually taken the bolts out, moved the clamp round, so that will actually sit, I'd imagine, in between the two. But again, thinking about it, have I actually that's probably yeah, it's too long, so it's definitely the chrome one at the front. And this one at the rear. Right, so let's actually try it through the middle. No, I can't go through the middle because I can't actually get the bolt in place. But it will work from underneath. Yep, that works better. Right, so I put the bolt in and swing that round, and you've got the curved like washer, and then I'll actually fit on the bottom facing under. And then you can get the nut and the washer. Underneath. Right, let's loosen that off so it angles down slightly. So we'll move to the other side and get that connected. Now I've just got to tighten up that bolt and the actual nut under there. So that's one side done. It doesn't foul anything. Obviously when the centre stand is up, we'll have to check that. But let me move to the other side. Right, so exactly the same again. Off with the nut and washer. Right, and that fits through. And we just got to tighten that nut up. And again, tighten that one up and that one, but that's nicely going through. So let me get these tightened and I can tighten the other bolts up as well. Then we can move on to the handlebars and get the cables done. So that's all now tightened up the front clamp, same on the other side. I've just taken it off the side stand just to make sure it clears. It actually uses it as almost like a stopper, but as I say, it's still, I think this might be slightly bent because that's what's causing that damage there, the amount of times it's been up and down in years. I've checked all the bolts and nuts on this side and the same on the other side, and they all seem to be okay. So again, more jobs ticked off, checked, tightened. I've got the chain to actually adjust. I can do that later. Right, so the next job is actually get these cables rerouted in the right place. So, because that's a clutch, might not need too much actually. And then front brake I've dug out. Over there the actual nipple and clamp. The steering damper I've actually had off. I wasn't going to touch it, but I've actually given it a clean up coat of paint. Probably going to lacquer that as well, just so it won't chip. Right, so let's get rerouting these cables, make sure they're in the right place and get them hooked up. I say I have got the actual bigger nipple end like this. For this one it just slides over the top, so I put it on the bench just to keep it out of the way so I don't lose it. I need to do something with the throttle cable. I could probably put that behind that one there. Yeah, because it does kind of bend down. Right, so let me get set up and then we'll get these cables installed. Yeah, that's the actual main block. So the cable just slides through. Just give the adjuster a quick clean. It's definitely getting there. We are nearing oil going in the tank. And then, I say, not starting it, but actually getting the oil flowing through. I did bring out the laptop because I've got the instructions on there, but obviously the seat's got to come off the cap. I've got to look in the hole and make sure that the oil is, when it goes out through the bottom into the engine, it's coming back in the return. Once I know that that's done, then we can go for a start. So it'll be caps off, plugs off. But say hopefully, I think we're nearing that stage, so that should hopefully be the next episode. So right, let's get these cables done. Seems to be working all right. So there's the front brake rerouted through. Now I just need to do the same for the clutch. Right, I've got a lot of adjustment to do on the clutch. Quite a lot of adjustment to do on the clutch. No adjustment there either. It is quite long. Yeah, there's nothing on it, right. So, because that should be probably about there. But at least that's all the cables now properly installed, clipped out of the way. Like I say, big adjustment to do on the clutch, so I'm going to have to read up on that one. This was the cable that was already installed. I don't know how much adjustment. Is in there. Right, that's the thing I'm going to have to re-look at. I say, because there's no adjustments actually in the cable that's running underneath. Sometimes they've got a bit like this one where I can adjust on the throttle. So that's another job I need to look at, is actually look at the clutch and see if that's correct. I say brake, that feels great, all working perfectly. Yeah, so again, not sure on that, but I'm sure Steve will let me know. Appreciate all your help, Steve. but I will go back in and have a look and just see, make sure I've got all the adjustments correct. I say just a few jobs today, just to make sure everything's bolted down, connected properly. But yeah, happy with how it's gone. Absolutely love this bike. It is stunning. Right, I think we'll end it there for today. So I'll do some more reading up on the clutch and the adjustments. I just want to make sure I get it right. Hopefully have that done before the next episode. Right, so thanks for joining me on that one. I say just a short one, just to carry on with a few bits. I say some of the jobs need to be done. It is checking and tightening and making sure everything's in the right place, trying to work out exactly where bits go. I say I'm going to have to do some more research on the clutch just to make sure. I'm not familiar on any of this bike, but I say I've learnt as I've gone. Lots of people that have helped and given me suggestions and tips and hints, which has been absolutely phenomenal. So big thumbs up to all the people that have done that. I really appreciate it. I say this has been an extraordinary build, but so enjoyable. It really has. The chance to actually, as I've said it many times, the chance to actually get to do this is, it means so much. You know, so I am grateful, I am thankful, and I hope that the job that's been done and the results you're seeing, you know, are good. That's all I could say. I say I am just trying my best. But I say we'll continue on the next episode. Hopefully next episode I've done some more research, gone through the features, again, gone through the manual. I've used as much research and manuals and books and everything I can find to be able to work out how to do this. I've still got the seat hooks to actually reconnect so the seat can stay, because it hooks up. But at the moment it's just been easier to actually take that off and just leave the seat where it is and then move it when I need to. I'll also get the steering damper cap done, get that finished, and hopefully I would have worked out the clutch by then. Any comments in the comments box below? Appreciate all your feedback, all your comments. I can't say it enough. I know I say it every video, but I say I'm a small channel, I am growing, the views are going up, the subscriber count is going up. I've got a huge goal this year. The target is 10,000 subs, so I've got a long way to go, but I'm positive. People following all the time. The Facebook page, again, link in the description to my Facebook page, pop across there. That's up through the 630 followers, which is absolutely phenomenal. I appreciate every single person that's actually followed and just watches what I do. It means a lot. There are links to other videos at the end of the video, and as always, big thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Join me again next time. Cheers. Bye.